Halo Kak Ifat, selamat sore. Kedengeran suaranya?
Dengan
Kedengeran ya? Oke, tunggu bentar ya.
itu Oke, kita mulai aja ya. Kak Ifat, eh, kamu udah makan siang? Halo, tes tes. Kedengeran suaranya? sekali
Halo, kedengeran suaranya?
kedengaran.
Kedengeran ya, sip. Oke, kita mulai aja ya kelasnya ya.
Ya,
Sebentar, boleh dinyalain kameranya Kak Ifat? Oke, sip. Kita mulai aja. Jadi hari ini kita akan masuk ke dalam kelas ekstra ya, atau kelas tambahan. Nah, sebentar. Oke, jadi siapa yang belum join ya? Pada coba telepon dulu. Kaifat udah join, Karim sama Agnia ya. Oke, bentar ya. Tadi makan siang sama apa? Kaifat,
terus
sama apa? Oke, karena belum ada yang angkat, kita mulai aja ya. Jadi hari ini kita akan masuk ke dalam kelas ekstra atau kelas tambahan, di mana kita fokus ngerjain latihan soal yang waktu itu Kak Ifat nggak hadir ya. Nah, jadi untuk kelas hari ini kita masuk ke dalam pertemuan ke-22. Sebentar, Kak Daud coba share screen dulu ya. Nah, jadi di lesson 22 ini kita akan belajar yang namanya tabel. Tabel itu apa sih, Kak Ifat?
Nggak tahu.
Nggak tahu. Nah, tabel itu kayak lemari. Lemari kegunaannya untuk apa lemari?
Hmm, Kemarin
Hmm,
tarik baju.
yes, lemari untuk tempat baju gitu ya. Betul. Jadi tabel juga sama. Dia adalah tempat penyimpanan. Ya. Nah, nanti Kak Ifat bisa nyimpan apa di dalam tabel ini? Macam-macam. Kalau misalnya Kak Ifat nanti pengen nyimpannya apa nama, umur itu bisa juga gitu ya. Nanti kita langsung ngerjain latihannya aja ya. Kak Ifat bisa langsung share screen aja biar kita langsung praktekin. Oke? Ada pertanyaan dulu?
Enggak,
Ada pertanyaan dulu Kak Ifat?
enggak.
Gak ada ya. Kalau nggak ada boleh dibuka Algonovanya. Nanti Kak Ifat buka nomor 22 ya. Silakan. Yuk, Kak Ifat share screen, silakan. Hmm. Nah, ini Agnia udah join. Halo Agnia, selamat siang. Agnia boleh share screen ya?
Iya.
Oke, dibuka Algonovanya ya. Nomor
Hmm.
22, Kak Ifat, betul. Klik nomor satu. Yes. Nah, kuasai kombinasi tombol rahasia. Oke, mulai misi. Klik tombol kuningnya. Buka tab baru. Pilih tombol untuk kombinasi. Scroll ke bawah. Kak Ifat. Nah, ini apa? T ya, untuk buka tab baru ya. Klik T. Nah, jalankan perintah. Nah, betul ya. Buat tombol membuka tab baru. Oh, kontrol sama T. CTRL-nya dulu, klik. Nah, baru T. Huruf T-nya. Nah, oke. Ini dikirim. Scroll bawah. Agnia dibuka nomor 23. Nah, klik nomor 23, Agnia. Betul, kamu ke nomor satu dulu ya. Klik.
Hmm.
Oke. Nah, ini kalau udah jalankan perintah, Kak Ifat. Nah, berhasil ya. Oke, kalau sudah langsung klik selanjutnya. Nah, ini kodenya apa? Bentar. Padahal coba cari dulu kodenya ya. 22.
Pakai apa, Kak?
Bentar, Agnia. Kadang bantu dulu Kak Ifat. Hmm, itu A7B ya. Ketik A7B, Kak Ifat. A7B. Tuh. Ini ke Algonovanya lagi. Agnia, ini ke atas ya. Ini klik aja. Ini di close. Diklik tombol silangnya. Ini warna apa? Warna ungu ya. Ungu gitu. Kamu ketik ungu. Di sini klik ya, ketik ungu. Ungu tersenyum gitu ya. Nanti habis itu kamu kirim. Kirim yang ini, yang warna ungunya. Ya, lalu checklist hijau. Yang atas kanan. Ini. Ya, ah, klik. Mana Kak Ifat bisa? Nah, ini lanjut lagi. Klik tombol kuningnya. Kak Ifat selanjutnya.
Itu aja deh.
Nah, yang ini kodenya 9M, Kak. Nah, ini diwarnain ya, S1. Agnia. Berarti kamu lihat huruf E itu kan di sini, satu di sini. Berarti warnain pinknya di sini ya. Pilih warna pink, klik, klik dulu warna pinknya di samping kiri. Ya, klik. Lalu klik di sini. Klik. Nah, S1 ya. Checklist hijau. Udah.
Oh, udah.
Ya, checklist hijau. Nah, kayak gitu ya. Dicari lokasinya, terus kamu warnain.
Hmm.
Lanjut ya. Ini lanjut lagi, Kak Ifat, nomor berikutnya. Ya. Nah, itu klik selanjutnya lagi ya. Nah, yang itu kode rahasianya adalah 5TY. 5TY. Nah, ini selanjutnya lagi. Nah, yang ini kodenya eh, I8P ya.
Apa?
I8P ini
Udah.
Nah, ini klik kembali aja Kak Ifat. Nah, scroll bawah lagi, buka nomor dua-duanya lagi. Ya, klik bagian 2. Ini selanjutnya lagi ya, Kak Ifat, klik kuningnya. Nah, ini apa passwordnya? Bentar. Ini passwordnya L3S.
Sudah.
Nah, udah, Kak Ifat, password yang kedua itu adalah D7N ya.
Apa?
D7N. Ya, siapa sih Jal? Sip, lanjut. Bentar ya. Padahal kamar mandi dulu sebentar ya. Udah. Nah, Kak Ifat, kalau udah klik selanjutnya lagi. Oke, yang ini passwordnya W4L. W4R.
Hmm. Hmm.
Nah, ini lanjut lagi Kak Ifat. Nah, kalau sudah klik selanjutnya lagi Kak Ifat ya. Yang ini passwordnya adalah S3K. Nah, ini klik selanjutnya lagi.
Sudah. Selanjutnya,
Sudah, kalau sudah, nah, yang itu passwordnya adalah 4729 ya.
sudah.
Sudah?
Sudah.
Nah, lanjut lagi Kak Ifat. Berikutnya,
Selanjutnya, Wah, empat. Tuh, Wuh.
When you see them at night, say, "How was your day?" Right. It is a well-worn social ritual, and it's important because it's the place where we search for better things. Okay. So it's the easy. It's the warm up. It's the warm up. It's where we are. It's the pregame, right? It's the warm up, and we're searching for ways to get to more meaningful talk. We talk about in my course and in my book, we talk about a topic pyramid. Okay, the topic pyramid has three layers. Okay, the bottom layer is small talk topics. These are topics you can talk about with anyone. It's the weather, it's the weekend, whatever you're eating, easy stuff that you can talk about with anybody. Yep. They're not evil, they're not bad, they are often unrewarded.
Aku ngambil paket sebentar ya.
Should be
Wait.
searching. Maddening.
Kak Ifat itu udah, Kak Ifat. Kamu klik kembali aja.
And it's really hard for high status people to give other people that. I too have to work very hard to not talk too much in a group setting. I got a lot to say and a lot of energy, right? And that takes effort and it's like a skill unto itself to give other people that.
So let's say that you're going to a family gathering.
Yeah.
And there's a particular person
Yeah.
in your family.
Yeah.
Who just holds court.
Yeah.
Nobody can get in a word in.
Kamu klik nomor berapa tadi kamu ya?
Yeah.
So based on
22.
Professor Brooks.
Oh, udah semua, oke. Nih, Kak Ifat, berarti kamu coba bantu monyet untuk mengambil harta karun dan pisang ya. Kak Ifat coba buka di chat Zoom. Kamu klik linknya yang ada di chat Zoom, silakan. Itu udah Kak Daud kirimin. Terus Kak Ifat klik linknya ya. Lalu dibuka.
That basketball team you're coaching, what can you tell us about that? You are able to literally turn the entire group's attention to someone else and to a new topic so that that person cannot continue to dominate the conversation.
And if you're listening and not watching this on YouTube, I want to make sure you know that what Professor Brooks did is she literally turned her body and held up her hand and pointed at another person.
Yeah.
Both verbally and physically, just directing the traffic in a different direction.
And that's what we're doing in groups. We are all directing traffic. We are stewards of the conversation.
Enggak, ini back. Jangan login ya, back.
Research about eye gaze in particular. This is
Waduh,
something high
kembali
status
lagi.
people can do really, really well. Human beings have a
Back,
tendency to
di sini.
look with their eyes at the
Nah,
high
ya.
status members of the group. You expect them to speak more, they do speak more, and you tend to look at them for their reaction. This makes the low status people in the group feel invisible because they literally are invisible. Nobody's looking at them. And it makes them feel like even when they have something great to say,
Ke sini aja.
they're not welcome to say it. No one's inviting them to
Jangan diklik apa-apa ya, nanti tungguin dulu.
an experiment.
Tunggu, sabar.
Group very purposefully make more equitable eye gaze with everyone in the
Nah, tunggu, lagi loading, sabar.
that later in the conversation, those low status group members were more likely to speak. without the leader saying a word, without them cold calling them and saying, "Hey, Sarah, we haven't heard from you in a while. What's on your mind?" Which is mortifying, by the way, if you call on them in a moment when they don't have something to add. But eye gaze is this much more gentle, more subtle way of saying, "Hey, I see you. I care about you. I want to hear from you."
Professor Brooks, how do you handle being interrupted?
I love being interrupted.
I mean, like a
Bad
person
one.
who doesn't. So most women, as you know, are interrupted at
Yeah.
work and by their families more than men.
Yeah.
And so how do you handle somebody who interrupts you?
So let me make the distinction that we just had a little moment of misunderstanding I want to call out, which is there are two different types of interruptions. One is an on-topic interruption. You're staying on the same topic. You're just like finishing each other's sentences. It's bubbling, it's fun, it's exciting, it's great. That's a great type of interruption. We should do more of that. And I love interacting with people who are so engaged in what I'm saying that they interrupt me before I can finish. That's great. Off-topic interruptions are the ones that give interruptions a bad rap. It's like somebody domineering cuts you off, is clearly not interested in what you're saying, and shifts the conversation to something else entirely. It's rude. It makes you feel devalued and disrespected, and no one should be doing that. If someone does that, I would try and make a joke about it. In the moment, if you're feeling like upset about it, you could be like, "Well, I was just going to finish my thing." You could kind of make a joke about it because everybody else who's in the group has seen this dynamic now play out. You're all in on it. And are you going to call it out or are you going to let it slide and sort of be happy to sit in the low position? I'm not happy to sit there, and I really don't want other people to sit there either.
What would your counsel be to the person listening? Because I think most people that it gets done to, you feel so disempowered, you can't make a joke about it. So is there something, if you're going to a family function or you have meetings at work and you just know that this is a dynamic with a particular person, that you can rehearse that not only gives you a response, but actually raises your status or somehow makes you feel a little bit more powerful?
Here's what I would do. Really, I spent so many years of my career in a low status position, and I think one thing I found very comforting is knowing that you have good relationships with the other people in the room. And so what you could do is go to your work bestie who's also going to be there and say, this guy always cuts me off. It's really upsetting. I don't feel comfortable making a joke out of it. I do not feel comfortable giving him that feedback, but it really is upsetting to me. So I'm wondering if the opportunity presents itself, if you could say something. And it doesn't need to be offensive. It doesn't need to be aggressive. It could just be like, "Oh, I'd actually really love to hear what Allison was going to, I would love to hear Allison finish what she was saying." And now you're really collaborating in the conversation. And and friends want to do that for you, right? And it's sincere. He probably does want to hear what you were going to say.
And by the way, that's an example of T in the four-part
Correct.
framework,
Yeah.
which is you just thought of a topic and you prepared for it, and now you're ready for it. Professor Brooks, what are some strategies you can use based on your research if somebody belittles you? Whether it's like your mom commenting on your weight or I'm the primary breadwinner, and there are these little digs that family members make at my husband, Chris. Like, what is the response to belittlement?
Well, it's so often that the people we love the most and are closest to are the victims of these little moments of belittlement because they kind of leak out. Usually when someone is making a belittling comment, it's really not about whatever they're talking about. It's about something deeper. It's usually about them, right? That they're feeling insecure about something. They're taking it out on you. This is true of all moments of difficulty in conversation. It's for whatever reason, we have the tendency to have these moments that shoot down to these purple parts of our identities. When I used to teach negotiation, it was so, when you're negotiating for a house, it's so obviously fraught and hard. But what I find so much more interesting are these little moments and conversations that should be easy and fun. And all of a sudden, someone makes a little belittling comment, and you're like, "Whoa, this is supposed to be fun and easy and sort of routine. What's going on here?" That can shoot down to our identity and this sort of hot magma at the core of who we are in hurtful ways. And in those moments, we tend to be very defensive.
Yeah, we're quiet,
Quiet,
silence,
attacked, So there's a really exciting emerging science of receptiveness here that can help us. Scientists Hannah Collins, Mike Yeomans, Julia Minson have studied what good conversationalists, kind people, how they manage these moments when all of a sudden things get heated for whatever reason.
What do you do?
And they looked at the language that people use to confront this. And there's a really concrete recipe of being receptive to an opposing viewpoint that can help so that the conversation doesn't escalate and get overheated in that moment. And it's quite a skill set to develop. It makes me feel more confident to engage.
What is it?
So the first piece is acknowledgement, saying, I think I heard you say here, what I'm hearing is, right? So going back to this acknowledgement, affirmation, it makes sense that you would feel that way, like maybe sometimes I'm not doing enough. It makes sense that you feel that way, but you saying that also makes me feel it. But affirming their feelings before you go on to disagree with them.
And so you're a piece of shit for saying that. No, you're not supposed to say that.
No, I mean, I think you could say that. Like, it makes sense that you feel that way. And also, it's not a particularly common. You can see why I would be upset by it. It both can be true, right? It makes sense that you feel this way. It makes sense that you're stressed or tired and you said something that you probably wouldn't say if you were not stressed or tired. That all makes sense. I realize you're a human being and I love and respect you. But also, what you just said was hurtful to me. If you can come with that mindset, so acknowledgement, affirmation, positive framing, there are words that they call like dogmatic or explaining words. So words like because and therefore are very hard to be on the receiving end of, that are express too much certainty. Like you're wrong because of this, therefore I'm not talking to you. Those are escalation words. They're expressing too much certainty, too much sort of righteousness, and they're very hard to hear on the other. There's a strategy that I like to use that combines all of these receptiveness, all the receptiveness language. That's dividing yourself into multiple parts.
Bisa ada pertanyaan dulu, Kak Ifat sama Agnia?
Enggak,
Enggak, lanjut ya.
enggak ada.
Belum ada, lanjut. Ayo dilanjutin lagi main monyetnya, Kak Ifat. Kemana pot mangkinya?
Hai cái chỗ này nóng, chỗ này cái chỗ hai cái này. Bao nhiêu? Ba si ta, cùng long si ta.
Di sebelah kiri, Kak Ifat, sebelah kiri. Lanjutin lagi ya. Ya, kita 10 menitan lagi aja ya. Nah, ini yang kiri nih. Oh, ini di reload dulu. Harusnya yang oranye dulu, Kak Ifat. Sudah? Nah, ini di warna oranye dulu harusnya. Coba ulangi deh, refresh. Di refresh lagi. Oke, Kak Ifat udah beres ya. Nah, kita tinggal tunggu ke Agnia berarti. Kak Ifat ada pertanyaan dulu nggak?
Enggak.
Nggak ada. Oke, sip, sip. Ah, mantap. Dah, bosnya udah kalah ya. Good job kan, Agnia. Yes, oke. Udah beres semuanya ya. Kembali ke profil Agnia. Ah, udah beres. Sip. Oke. Kak Ifat sama Agnia ada pertanyaan dulu nggak?
Enggak. Ada.
Nggak ada ya. Oke deh. Sip. Kalau nggak ada, jadi kelas ekstranya kita cukupkan ya. Jadi kalian udah belajar gimana caranya tadi ya membuat menggunakan tabel, terus juga mencari keyword ya di dalam browser. Nah, untuk kelas ekstranya jadwal hari ini cukup sekali aja ya. Nanti kalau misalnya minggu depan berarti kembali ke jadwal regulernya. Oke, sebelum kelasnya dicukupkan, ada pertanyaan dulu Agnia sama Kaifat?
Ada loh.
Belum ada? Oke, kalau belum ada kita foto ya. Dalam hitungan tiga kita kayak bebas. Ya, semuanya kayak bebas ya. Tiga, dua, satu. Oke, sip. Itu aja berarti untuk kelas hari ini ya. Nanti kelas ekstranya atau kelas tambahannya disebutkan. Jangan lupa join ke kelas reguler ya, biar nggak
Oke.
ketinggalan lagi dengan teman-teman lainnya.
Iya.
Ya, dadah. Selamat
Dah.
sore. Dadah Agnia, dadah Kaifat. Jangan lupa join kelas regulernya ya minggu depan.
Iya.
Bye.